Hello everyone, my name is Lourdes and I work in the field of addiction and mental health. Today, I want to give you an understanding of the emotion of anger and some tools to better cope with that emotion, so you're able to use it to your benefit instead of against you. Anger management plays a crucial role in the maintenance of your treatment in substance use recovery. Anger management offers the opportunity to explore anger issues while at the same time develop vital coping skills and techniques to help you view your anger in a normal, healthy, manageable perspective. So we're going to ask the question, what is anger? Anger is a natural human emotion, and just like any other emotions and impulses, anger must be appropriately directed and managed. Just like we direct and manage other emotions, anger has to be balanced in a way that is useful to you. Anger is often used to cover up other feelings, like fear, hurt, guilt, frustration, and rejection. Let's talk about what causes anger. Our thinking determines our feelings. So there are two causes of anger. The first is called external cause of anger, something that has happened to us, a situation, an event, or even other people's behavior. The second one is called internal causes of anger. It's our own thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, and most important, our interpretation of the event or the situation. The two are closely linked, and the combination of the two leads us to feel the way we do. So what is it that maintains the anger? Well, people learn that angry behavior can achieve short-term gains. For example, having others respect your status or getting your own way. When we look closely at what prevents us from overcoming unhelpful anger, it becomes clear that our behavior, thoughts, feelings, and physical sensations all interact and combine to create a vicious cycle of anger. Let's now talk about the lizard brain in all of us. Getting to know our lizard brain helps us understand where our irrational angry feelings come from. The lizard brain is where we store memories of emotional events and our deepest fears. It is where we store our fight or flight reaction. We all react different to the same situation. This is because of the stored memories from childhood. Sometimes these events are so painful, our brain blocks their memory. Even if we can't recall the event, it is still stored in the lizard brain, along with the feelings associated with them. Later in life, something may happen that triggers a hidden memory. We may not remember the original event, but we may feel the pain, the fear, anxiety, and anger, as it was felt in the original event. When we find ourselves overreacting to things, it's a clue that those irrational feelings are coming from our lizard brain. If we understand that our reaction may stem from something from a long time ago, we may be able to better control our actions in the present. So understanding the cycle of anger. Usually, anger follows a cycle. And understanding that cycle will help us understand our own reactions and also the reactions of others. There are 5 phases of anger. The first one is a trigger phase. It happens when we perceive a threat or even loss, and as mentioned before, it can come from our environment or from our thought process. When we then go from a normal state to a stressed state. The second phase is the escalation phase. This phase is where our bodies prepare for a crisis after being triggered. We start breathing rapidly, our heart rate increases along with our blood pressure. This is where our body prepares to fight or flight. The third phase is called the crisis phase. This is where the anger reaches its peak. Our body is on full alert and is prepared to take action. At this phase, logic and rationality is limited or non-existent because anger takes over. At this phase, the person may be a danger to itself or others. The fourth phase is the recovery phase. This happens when the anger has been controlled and the person is returning to a more normal state. However, if the wrong intervention occurs, it can reignite the anger and the person gets triggered again. The fifth phase is called the depression phase. This is when the person has returned to a normal state. The heart rate goes back to normal and the body can recover. A new awareness helps the person look at what just happened. At times, at this stage, the individual may feel depressed, embarrassed, guilty, and regretful. Now let's talk about the fight or flight. Let's understand it. Fight or flight is how people react to a perceived threat. We either become aggressive or withdraw. And it is believed that this reaction is an ingrained survival instinct. Now let's talk about the 5 different anger styles. Passive aggressive. This style of anger, we suppress our anger until we can express it. We become angry and we knowingly frustrate others in a very passive way. Open aggressive. With this style of anger, of managing anger, we use physical or verbal force to get rid of the threats. Oftentimes, it includes rage and intimidation. People who vent their anger through physical or verbal force tend to become angrier. Suppressed anger. This style of anger, we pretend that we are not angry. We often ignore the angry feelings, hoping that they'll go away. We feel uncomfortable expressing anger and don't want other people to know that we are angry. Passive. In this style, we won't stand up for ourselves. We tend to believe that other people are always right and our self-esteem is low. The last one is assertive. This style, we are aware we are becoming angry. We know how to control our anger and express it in an honest way. We stand up for what we believe and we don't get angry when others don't agree with us. We have confident, open body language and we acknowledge our own feelings. We are able to give and receive positive and negative feedback. We don't carry grudges or resentments towards others. This anger management style promotes good health and strong relationships. Assertiveness becomes a way of being. We all at some point express all the styles of anger. The goal is to use assertiveness most of that time. Before I conclude, I want to leave you with some techniques that can be used to help you de-escalate the situation. Disengage by walking away from the situation. Go for a walk. Don't say the first thing that comes to mind. Count to 10. Ground yourself by breathing. Do some positive self-talk. And most importantly, validate your emotions. By using some of these techniques when you are angry, you diffuse and disarm yourselves and others. In order for us to make peace with our anger, we first have to accept that anger is a normal emotion. It's what we do with it that will make the difference. And always remember that when a snake bites us, it is not the bite that kills us, but the venom that stays inside of us. And the venom is the resentment that will make us bitter and will reflect on all aspects of our lives. So choose not to take what's not yours. Use this knowledge about the anger emotion to change the way you react to situations. I hope that this video was useful. by providing some insight and tools on how to manage and embrace this emotion instead of rejecting it. Thank you.